Now, I was gonna stay away from this topic, and I had made a video on this before. And the reason that I didn't upload it or even edit it, to be honest, was because it's none of my business. All right. The whole Dana White situation of how he slapped his wife, we all saw it on New Year's Eve. We saw what happened. He slapped his wife, and a lot of people got very, very angry about it. A lot of people were defending him too. Um, so this is gonna be my video, my opinion on this, and it's very scary saying these things because opinions in 2023, those two words, 2023 and opinions, don't really fit well. It's either you're right or you're wrong. There's nothing in between. So I'm gonna try my best to share my opinion. I know some people are gonna get mad at the things that I'm probably gonna say. Maybe people will agree with the things that I'm saying, but yeah, I'm not trying to defend Dana White in any way. I'm not trying to say that violence towards women is okay. I'm not trying to promote his actions. I'm not trying to say that he's a monster, and I'm also not trying to say that he's a saint. All right, because I know that most of the people, a lot of the people who are telling him this shit about how he should give up the entire company, how he should step down, they're not the most perfect people either. They're I know that they've done a lot worse. I was scrolling through some of the comments and I was reading them and I was like, why are you guys being so hateful? Like, I get it. I get what happened, but people were really trying to get his throat. Like people were trying to kill this dude. In the comments at least, make him feel that way. And I click on their profiles. I'm like, dog, what are you talking about? You look like Dana White's in a way better position than you are. So I'm pretty sure that he knows how to handle the situation. He knows what he did. He didn't get to the position that where he's at by doing a crap ton of mistakes and never learning from them. No. I think one thing that we can all agree on is that Dana White is a very, very smart man. He wouldn't have this company that he bought for $2 million that is now worth like 10 billion with a B, $10 billion by doing a whole bunch of mistakes, by never learning from them. That's the difference between someone who is smart and someone who isn't. Someone who isn't doesn't learn from their mistakes, they just accept them. And someone who is smart, who knows how to actually act like a person, like a good person, learns from their mistakes and never does them again. So let's talk about the situation. Dana White smacked his wife on New Year's Eve. It's now January 11th, so it has been a couple of days since that happened. But it just came up on my YouTube again, a media press conference, and it was Dana White. He's telling all of the people there exactly what happened, what his take on it is, what he was feeling, I guess, And here's my take. One, you should never put your hands on anybody. There's times where you need to fight. All right, you know that you need to fight. Where there's a time and a place, and it's worth fighting for. Now, I'm not saying fighting in itself is bad because I wouldn't be watching the sport if it was. All I know is that if you're gonna fight, it better be for a good reason. I guess right here was not a good reason, because he snapped. And when you snap, a lot of people forgetting about this too. Dana White, yes, he's Dana White, but he's just a man. All right. And I'm not saying it in like to make him feel bad or make the whole premise of a man feel bad. But we fuck up sometimes. And if we get pushed to the edge, sometimes that beast that we always keep within us suddenly snaps and breaks off the chains and reacts. And I think that's exactly what Dana White did here. Because I don't think he was like trying or had the intention of hurting his wife. Again, I may just be speaking out of my ass. I don't know exactly how Dana White felt, but I've been smacked before. I've been hit before. And you get into that. They always say it, flight or fight, right? You get that reaction. It's either flight or fight, and you got to choose between the two. Sometimes you don't even get to choose. You simply just go to one. Your mind is off. All you've known is that you got smacked. So what are you gonna do? You don't even get to choose. It's whatever your body reacts to first. And I mean, think about it. He used to be a boxer. He used to, he's always been in this sport of martial arts of people hitting each other. I'm not gonna defend it and say, oh, it's because of the UFC that he's okay to hit. No, you should never hit a woman. We can all agree on that. And I think that's probably gonna be the last time that I say it here. Or at least I'm gonna try. I that's that's my position on this whole thing. You never hit a woman. They're the most beautiful, most delicate creatures in the entire world, and they should be treated with respect. But nobody deserves respect. The word I've been learning that a lot too. The word deserve does not exist. The real word that people are looking for, that people never remember to say, is earned. You didn't deserve my respect. You earned my respect. But just like that, you can lose it. You didn't deserve that $400,000 car that you drive. You earned it. And now it's there. You didn't deserve that meal in front of you. No. You went to go work and now you bought it and then you had to come home and cook it and then eat it. You earned that fucking steak. And no, his wife was not deserving of a smack to the face. But if you stand back and you look at it, she kind of earned it. I'm not trying to say that it's okay to hit a woman. I'm gonna keep saying it, I guess, because people are gonna get triggered so fast. It's just so crazy how people think. Um, yeah, you should never hit a woman, but it happened. And if you're gonna act, I don't know why you're putting your hands on him in the first place. This is what you can't hit a woman, but they can hit you. I don't know. I know he could have handled it differently. Oh, get smacked, baby. Stop it. Reacted, right? The professional way. But as a man, when you got so much shit going on in your life, when you got to take care of so many things, you got to be ahead of a freaking $10 billion business, and then you got to deal with your wife's bullshit. Maybe it was bullshit, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But getting smacked in the face by anyone is bullshit. And it's up to you how you react on it. And sometimes your reaction beats you to your thought. And I guess that's exactly what happened here. A lot of people are saying, oh, Dana White, you need to step down and be held accountable for your actions. Oh, Dana White, you're a leader of a multi-billion-dollar business and you don't know what kind of example you're setting to the fighters. Dana White knows exactly what he's doing. I'm not trying to defend Dana White. Dana White messed up. We can all agree on that. But you really want Dana White to be out of the UFC? To be out of what? Because of this little incident? I don't know. I'm seeing it as a mess up. And I'm seeing a man who knew he messed up, but couldn't think things through when it happened. You're like, oh shit, what did I do? There's this whole thing that people say about seeing red. I don't think he saw red, but he had that clouded mind. I watched this movie, and if you guys haven't watched this, one of my favorite movies. I've seen it so many times. An angry mind is a narrow mind, and that's from the movie Never Back Down, the first one. An angry mind is a narrow mind, right? Never get angry, because anger is such a powerful emotion that sometimes you don't even know how to control it. I've been learning a lot through a whole bunch of different quotes that I've been seeing on Instagram, all over my feed. Been doing my own research, searching up YouTube videos of these educated people saying these certain quotes and taking them into my own life, and it's been helping me a lot more. You know, they say there's this Buddhist quote that says you should always have the light in your heart, but the evil in your hand, the evil claw in your hand. Meaning, you should always have good in your heart, but you should always be able to use the light in your heart to wake up the evil in your hand and be able to use it whenever you need to. And some people don't have that control. That's why when you see these fighters, I saw also this quote, it's never a good headline when it says ex UFC fighter or ex NFL player. you gotta stand back and stop just judging what the situation is. You gotta stand back and just look at each person individually. Same with this thing. His wife, why are you smacking your husband? There's no reason to put your hands on your husband exactly the way that you're not supposed to put your hands on your wife. A lot of these NFL players, a lot of these UFC fighters, dude, they're the deadliest people on this fucking planet. They know how to fight. They're huge monsters. They're beasts. That's why they have them in these sports. It's do or die time. Could you imagine how hard it must be for a 385-pound NFL player to be good all the damn time. His mission is to defend or to take someone out with using all of their weight by using their beast inside of them. And some of these athletes don't know how to control exactly that beast part inside of them. You don't know where they came up from. And if you look at the Dana White documentary that Patrick Gavia just put out, also, Patrick, you did it again, man. You did it again. Freaking amazing. You saw the things that he had to go through. Not defending Dana White, but he had to change a lot. And his mom still says, "I miss my old Dana." I'm sorry, Dana White's mom, but Dana White knew that if he didn't change, he would have still stayed that loser that he thought he was. And I guess people were more okay with him being a loser, except for him. So I guess he got in that mind of, they want me to stay here and be a loser. Fuck them. I'm gonna be whoever I want to be, because I feel better doing this instead. But yeah, people will always have a different perspective of the situation and also think differently from you. And it's up to you to decide what you let affect you. But Dana White giving everything that he's worked hard for reacting. He knew his mistake. I don't know. People are being too critical, too harsh on something that literally is none of our business. That should be between Dana and his wife, and that's it. Why are you trying to see the worst possible outcome out of this situation? Why do you want to see somebody's life get ruined over this situation? What? I love the UFC. I watch the UFC all the time. I just started watching it a lot more last year. I've always been around it. My dad was always around it. He was a state wrestler. His coach was, part of the whole tap out team. He had his own gym. He was getting into his high school coach's brother is Paul Herrera. You saw him in UFC 8. He's training with Brian Ortega. I've always been in that somewhat environment. And you know exactly what these men have to work hard for, both the athletes and the business side of it. It's not easy, and people are just trying to say, oh, just give up. And that's exactly the type of mentality that's destroying today's world. Over a single mistake, you want everything that they worked for to go completely to waste. What's the divorce rate right now in the US? Almost 50% of all marriages in the United States will end in divorce or separation. Why? And we're supposed to say it's okay for you guys to break up everything you guys worked for. I know you got some beautiful kids and family. I know that you've been building this up for the past few years. I know that in reality, you're supposed to love your husband and their husband's supposed to love you. So who the fuck is anybody else to tell you exactly what you're supposed to think about your family, about your business, about everything that you've worked hard for? They've got nothing to fucking do with it, neither do we. It sounds harsh, right? But I think what's more harsh is us who have no place in this entire thing, in this entire incident, to tell Dana White exactly what he needs to do. In which a lot of people are saying, give up the entire fucking UFC company. You guys sound stupid. And again, not defending anybody, but take a step back and look exactly what the fuck you guys are saying. Be more logical about what the hell you're saying. A lot of people are forgetting to speak more logically, and it's costing them their ass, dude. There's so many divorce rates, so many because of these outside influencers who have nothing reality to say, because it's not their time nor place to say anything. Everyone needs to stay in their own lane, and this exactly what Dana White is going through, what Dana White's wife is going through, what Dana White's family is going through, is none of our business. So this whole thing of, oh, Dana White should face punishment. There is no punishment to be made. I know they may be saying, yeah, but if it was in a UFC fighter's place, it's the same thing. People aren't perfect. You're not perfect. You're not a little fucking saint that you think you are. Well, no. You try your hardest, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and it's shown exactly how hard he's fucking tried. He wouldn't have this $10 billion company if he didn't try hard. He wouldn't have his wife still if he didn't try hard. You know how many people would have. Think about it. And this is going to be like a huge, maybe controversial thing. And it's just like a base generalization. All right. Not every woman is like this. But think about how many women would have left Dana White because he wasn't paying attention to their family. Think of how many women would have left Dana White because he had to spend those super, super long nights, long work days to make sure that everything in this next event is right. That he has to be there for his business, but also be there for his family. No one takes that into consideration nowadays. They just go run to the first thing that they fucking think of, and usually it's something stupid. I may be wrong in the things that I'm saying, but I know I have no wrong intention for anybody. I don't want anybody to go down. I want both of them to learn from their mistakes. One, to never put their hands on their husband, and one, to never put their hands on their wife. That's simple as that. But you guys want to destroy these two people. If Dana White steps down from the UFC, you're not just destroying Dana White, you're destroying his entire fucking family. Over something that he's already learned from, something that he's already reflected on, something that it's not up to you to decide what he gets to be punished by, how he needs to reflect. He said it himself. If you get him suspended for 30 days as the UFC president, what's gonna happen? He gets a break for 30 days with his wife, who we already fixed everything with. It's so stupid the way people are thinking. I'm gonna leave it like this, because it's already going on for 17 minutes. Dana White, you know you shouldn't hit your wife. And Dana White's wife, I'm sorry I don't know your name, but you know you shouldn't hit your husband. People are using reaction way more now than communication. And it's ruining so many relationships, not just romantic relationships, not just family relationships, but in between people. And maybe I just don't know exactly how to explain it. But what I'm saying is people don't learn from their mistakes, and there's people who do. And those are the people that you have to keep your support with. I don't think Dana White himself is a bad man. I don't think he was trying to harm his business. I don't think he was trying to harm his wife. But if you keep poking a fucking bear with a stick, he's gonna wake the hell up, and I don't want to see you cry about it. That's I guess the best metaphor I can come out with. Don't play with the bull because you're gonna get the horns. There's a whole bunch of different sayings you could say, but it's the same thing. Mind your own business. Let Dana White handle his situation, and go handle all of yours. Because you got a lot of them sitting down, and you shouldn't be wasting your time worrying about somebody else's. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.